Hi everyone, Jack Rogerson here, and welcome to week 17 of AP Computer Science Principles. Today I'm going to be going over a project called Kicking Crowd Starters. I'm going to be explaining to a younger sibling some information about whether to pursue a project. That particular project is creating a camera that will post instantaneously any pictures it takes on all of your social media accounts. So to get started, there's a few things we have to kind of think about. Crowdfunding is the concept where a group of people will contribute capital or money to see the creation of an idea. So it's basically people who are going to be financially backing your idea. They want to see it happen. They want to see it be created. Another thing we have to appreciate about crowdfunding is that this technology enables change. It basically allows the crowd to set priorities about what they think is important. So the second part of this is going to be crowdsourcing, and that is going to be the individuals who are working on this project. So we're going to see people with varying levels of professionalism and expertise who potentially can chime in and help work on this project. Say you have a series of programmers who would like to contribute online, they can do that. So that's where crowdsourcing, it really fosters collaboration and leads to effective problem solving. So copyright and fair use comes in a few different kind of stages. So the first one being we need to be able to protect someone's work or design. So one of the things we have to think about is, will this camera violate potentially someone's copyright? Does this already exist? Has someone protected the idea? Another thing we have to think about with this particular project is, could it lead to individuals violating someone else's copyright? So for example, what happens if someone takes a picture and it's instantaneously posted and that picture happens to be of a copyrighted material or a copyrighted source? So what kind of repercussions or result from that? And lastly, are there any components of the idea, should you pursue in creating it, that could be used under the fair use concept? So essentially, say there's a piece of software or programming that already exists, could you borrow that and be able to use it in its small segment in the larger intention of the project, so the camera? The last thing we really have to consider with this concept is how we leave a digital footprint in the modern world. So when we're using the internet, we're leaving a trail of our information and where we go and what we're doing. There's no hiding from this. It can be traced right to you, and that's something that we basically can't avoid in this day and age. Information on the internet, once it's out there, it's permanent. It's never going to go away. Is that something you want to be available forever, essentially, and accessible by anyone? And lastly, something to just think about throughout this is, do you really want to give companies and employers and anybody who ultimately tunes into your accounts access to that kind of information, to be able to see that much into your life? Final thoughts. So in terms of this on a personal scale, I would recommend not pursuing it. I think it could be, you could have a host of issues that could come from it. The only practical application of this particular project I see is, say, someone who runs a social media sites for a business or an organization.